Hey guys, before we get started today, I just wanted to let you know that the easiest way to support the channel is just by hitting the like button. And if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, as long as you enjoy the content. And I did post a new episode on the gaming channel today of me playing Pokemon White. So if you're a fan of the main series games, I would highly recommend checking it out. Just be warned that I did a lot of very annoying voices, and fortunately Jeeves cut out most of that. So shout out to Jeeves for being an amazing editor and knowing what is annoying and what is not. Unlike me, I'm pretty sure all the stuff I do that I think is funny is probably annoying. So, yeah, like this plug. It's like, just this shameless plug, right? It's like a shameless plug that I am ashamed of. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Again, taking super effective damage, but who cares? It's Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet can deal with this stupid thing. I don't have shields, but I don't need shields. Wobbuffet is like the 5th, 6th, and 7th shield. Everything is resisted other than Mirror Coat. Counter and Return are both double resisted, and he quits out because he knows that matchup would have taken a very, very long time. We're just gonna, nothing. We're shielding nothing, okay? It's Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet doesn't shield, okay? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gip. Get it, bop, skip, blah, 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 boo. Somebody, please, in the comments, let me know funny jokes for my name. You know, I'll just read off your funny comments. You know, like, hello, my name is Dr. Funkenstein. You know, that's funny, right? Cue canned laughter. See. We got laughing people. Okay, so anyway, hello, Melody. I think. Welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be looking at a Pokemon that I've tried once before and had minor success with. And now I'm trying it again. This time powered up a bit more and best buddied. And honestly, it's better than I would expect, you know, because its max CP is about 1100. So you know, it's this guy. The butt. Don't think I can say that on YouTube, but it's the butt marital aid. I think some of you guys will probably know what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, you can only have 2 moves on this thing if you purify it, because naturally, you know, before you purify it, it's only got access to counter and charm as fast moves. Oh, I think it has splash as well. And then Mirror Coat is the only charge move it knows. So once you purify it, you get access to return, which is a better move than Mirror Coat. Mirror Coat's one of the worst moves in the game, takes a long time to get to, does minimal damage. So yeah, but I had fun with this, I really did. So let's take a look at the team I ran. Oh my god, Shrady, you have Bastiodon on your team. Are you fucking crazy? Who are you? Who are you, and what have you done with Shrady? This is unacceptable. Cue the lemon grab meme. Unacceptable! If you watched Adventure Time, you're a badass. Adventure Time was not out when I was a kid, so yes, I watched all of it as an adult. I am very proud to say that, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, rambling about, and yes, I have Bastiodon on my team. Oh my god, what the hell's wrong with you? The only reason I built this Bastiodon in the first place was for the video where I did the team I hated the most at the time, which was the double Razor Leafer team. As a meme, I decided to run it myself. And yeah, a lot of people weren't too happy with that, by the way. I had a bunch of people unsubscribe, as well as leave me mean comments for like months and months to come. So not sure why you guys are so butthurt about me doing a joke, but hey, who am I to judge your opinion? Except for Shrady. Shrady judges your opinion, and he does not accept it. You are invalid. Jokes, okay? Everybody chill, okay? Cue the canned laughter again. Alright, everything's fine now. So, yes, I have Bastiodon in the lead with Smackdown, Flamethrower, and Stone Edge. This is a perfect Bastiodon, and the reason it has perfect stats is because it was the absolute cheapest to power up, because I'm not spending that much dust on a Bastiodon. What the hell? Who do you think I am? And then I have Sableye with Shadow Claw, Return, and Foul Play. That is my designated save switch. And then Wobbuffet in the back with Counter, Return, and Mirror Coat. There are some situations where I will switch into the Wobbuffet rather than the Sableye. Like, for example, if I run into a Galarian Stunfisk lead, I'll switch into the Sableye and just kind of pray that they switch out, even though that's a matchup that Galarian Stunfisk can win. And yeah, not much else to say. If you want to run Wobbuffet yourself, I would highly recommend getting a lucky one that is already purified. That's what I did here, and yes, it's only 13, 13, 13, but it's good enough. If I had a perfect one, the max CP would be about 10 higher. So, you know what I mean? It's a low CP anyway. Every time you power it up, it gets like 2 CP. It's pretty annoying. Anyway, let's take a look at the first battle here. So I am going back to the old style of running these battles a bit slower. I've been running them like 1.6, 1.7, 1.75, and in some cases actually 2 times. And honestly, I think it I think it looks better when it's 1.5. So we're going back to 1.5. All right, so we pick up a positive lead up against a Hypno, and so the beautiful thing about this matchup here, as the Hypno, is run Focus Blast. If you have Focus Blast, run it. That doesn't make any sense, but yes, run Focus Blast. So I'm going to be going for the Stone Edge here, and the opponent is farming up close to the Focus Blast, so what I'm going to do is attempt to catch a Focus Blast. It would be so awesome if I did, but no, it's a Fire Punch, so unfortunately, not able to catch a Focus Blast. I don't even think this person has Focus Blast, but very nice bait there. Would have been amazing if it was a Focus Blast, though, because that's resisted because of the pure Psychic typing on the Wobbuffet. He's actually deciding to stay in here, and Wobbuffet is the best damage sponge you can find. It is literally the best one. Well, I think Big Egg takes the cake on that one, but it's very close to Big Egg's tankiness. So I go for the return as Mirror Coat is resisted, and also that's still not enough, but if he stays in here, I'm fine. Like, I'm not gonna shield any of this. I'm just gonna let these punches come through, and actually at this point, I'm going for the farm down. These resisted counters are gonna take him out before he gets to another punch. So I got to shield with the Stone Edge, and now he comes in with a Talon Flamme, and this thing is that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna go for the return. Yeah, I doubt he's gonna shield because he knows this thing isn't gonna hit hard. One of the worst things about running tanky Pokemon like this is your opponent is more likely to get crazy amounts of farm on you when you go down. So I come back in with the Bastiodon, and his last Pokemon is a Swampert. This is a good matchup for Swampert because it only takes Swampert 5 Mud Shots and then 4 Mud Shots to get to a Hydro Cannon, whereas it takes me 6 Shadow Claws to get to a Foul Play. So yeah, it's a bit rough. The best thing you can do in this matchup here is hope to sneak in a Shadow Claw and do your best to prevent fast moves. So I threw as he was getting to his Hydro Cannon, but somehow I won the CMP tie. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. But I did have shield advantage, so this one's looking pretty good because I can just I had 2 shields and he had 1 shield, so I'm able to win this matchup here. And now it's just that Talon Flamme in the back, and he's gonna have to throw because the Foul Play will take him out, but there's no chance this thing is gonna do anything to my Bastiodon. I'm just gonna switch now and doing double super effective with the smackdowns, and he's delaying the inevitable here by throwing another Flame Charge that is neutral because Steel takes super effective, and then oh, I'm a little toxic there. Don't pay attention to that. It was lag. I lagged there. Yeah, definitely lagged. Wasn't stopping attacking to be a dickhead. Nope. That's no, not what I was doing. Definitely not. Okie dokie. This one's called Wobbuffet the Damage Sponge. I don't know why I put this in here, but yeah, you can see my ranking there. I did hit Ace a little bit ago. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and I do have I have Garchomp videos, but I went and like searched on YouTube, and literally everyone has already done a Great League Garchomp video, and that kind of made me sad because I spent like 75,000 dust on a Great League Garchomp, which sucks. Okay, so I pick up a positive lead, and he comes in with a Meganium, and I switched out way too slow there, but that's okay. You're gonna see why. So I'm gonna let all these Frenzy Plants come through. Now this is still a bad matchup just because Frenzy Plant is such a crazy move. And I'm gonna be going for the return here, and I really didn't expect him to shield because Wobbuffet does not hit hard. Even though it's a return, it does not hit hard. As you can see, these counters are barely doing anything, and counter is a very good move when it comes to damage. So I go for the return, and he actually shields it, so I'm fine with that. I'm gonna let him go for the next Frenzy Plant here to take me out. I go for the Mirror Coat, and he throws at the same time I get to it, so I'm gonna let this come through. And yeah, now I come in with the Sableye. He does have a lot of energy because he farmed up before he threw that Frenzy Plant. So I'm going to come in with the Sableye and shield once. So he does get his shield back here, but that is okay. So yeah, we're just going to be Shadow Clawing and then throwing the Foul Play right when we get to it because he will get to another Frenzy Plant pretty soon. I think one more Vine Whip, he'll get to one. So that's going to be taking him out, and he comes back in with the Pelipper because Pelipper has a bad matchup against Bastiodon and a halfway decent one here up against Sableye. Now, I have two massive tanks on this team, so generally speaking, I use all my shields for my Sableye unless I need them in other places. I'm going to go for this foul play and then switch into my Bastiodon here. And he actually doesn't shield, which is surprising, and he comes in with his last Pokemon, which is a Melmetal, and this one is Double. You know why? Because I'm going to throw this Flamethrower right when he gets to the superpower. Now, the smarter move here was to shield the first superpower, but I let the first superpower come through for some reason. Either way, I had the CMP tie, so he's going to be forced to shield if he wants to survive. And then I'm pretty sure he overfarmed here because he's farming up. And I'm at another Flamethrower now, but I was pretty sure he had 2 superpowers. So I do risk it and go for the shield, and then I overtap like a goddamn scrub. Jesus Christ, man, that's not a good time to overtap. Either way, going for the Flamethrower. So I guess he was overfarming there, and then he comes in with the Pelipper and then concedes the match because yeah, that one was over. So very nice. This one is called Wobbuffet Sweaty Double Dark Match. So if you've ever seen the Hypno Double Dark line, that includes Umbreon and Shrady. Yeah, that's who I'm going up against. And my back 2 Pokemon both lose to Dark types. So how am I going to do this? And also Bastiodon gets absolutely slapped by Shrady. So there it is. And as soon as he switched into the Umbreon, I knew right away that, well, I knew after I switched into the Wobbuffet that there's going to be a Shrady in the back. If I would have had the heads up play to know that there was a Shrady in the back, I would have switched into the Sableye here, even though Sableye has a bad matchup. Actually, I don't know. It's just because Wobbuffet does better up against Shrady because the counters hit for super effective. But that's okay. I'm going to come in with the Wobbuffet and tank literally everything. We are at least doing super effective damage here with the counters. But we're definitely going to get farmed down after this next foul play, which is less than ideal. But what I figured here is my Sableye should be able to handle the, whatchamacallit, the Shrady, as long as I have shield advantage and as long as I can correctly shield a foul play. So I'm going for the return there. That does quite a bit. Well, considering it's Wobbuffet. That rhymed. Haha, that's a rhyming thing. Alright, so I'm going to come back in with the Bastiodon here, and I fully expect the Shrady to come in after I farm this thing all the way down. And I'm just not going to shield because Bastiodon, even with IVs that I have, yeah, it's a tank. It's a massive tank. This Umbreon did farm up quite a bit because, like I said, Wobbuffet is one of those Pokemon you can just sit there and farm for a long time. Wobbuffet takes forever to get the charge moves, and they don't hit hard, so, you know. Either way, I'm going to be tanking all these things, and then now I'm going to come in with the Sableye pretty much right away because I'm expecting there to be a Shrady. And then hopefully, oh, actually I throw the Flamethrower. I think that makes more sense because I need a little bit of damage here, and I don't expect him to shield. Now I come into the Sableye, and I don't think he's going to switch out because he's got a Hypno in the back, right? So this is a power-up punch. He did not build up to the foul plate, right? No, he did. Okay, he did build. There's another match where they just went straight power-up punch for some reason. So I'm going to be building up to the return and baiting here because I highly expect him to shield because his Hypno is going to get absolutely demolished by my Sableye. So he did bait the first one, and I really hope he doesn't bait the second. Okay, he doesn't bait the second. That's pretty good for me. And now he actually gives up switch. He could have actually won this game, I'm pretty sure, if he just stayed in there with the Shrady, because he could have gone for another foul play. I would have not been able to get to another return. So I'm going to switch into the Bastiodon and basically just, you know, sack the Bastiodon. Bastiodon is useless in this case. My Sableye is definitely my win con here. The Thunder Punch coming through and be dealio. And now I'm going to go for the next Stone Edge. Pretty sure, actually, I don't think I survived this, right? I think this takes me out because of my bad IVs. That's okay. Now I'm going to come into the Sableye and farm up until they have 3 confusions. And that should give me enough energy to get to a return before the Shrady gets to a foul play because they did not leave with that much energy. And these matches took a long time. As you can see, the time up thing is going to come up quite a few times. I didn't have any timed out matches, but like that one had 6 seconds left because just the 2 tanks that I have on my team take a long time to take out. This one is called Wobbuffet Loss Wizcash. Actually, I don't want to say it because it'll spoil the end. And it's not a loss. It's not a win or a tie or a loss. It's none of those things. It's more than you could ever comprehend. I don't know what I'm talking about. Picking up a very positive lead here up against Talonflamme. He's actually staying in, which is very surprising to me. He comes in with a Jellicent, and I'm like, okay, this is looking very good. I've got him hard countered, you know? Like, I can win this for sure. Depends on what he's got in the back, though. So Bubble Beam coming through, and I call a bait there. I'm going to be farming up quite a bit, and then going for the foul play before they get to a Shadow Ball. This is not going to KO, but if I shield a Shadow Ball, I will be able to farm down. But he went for Bubble Beam once. I would imagine he's going to expect me to shield, so yeah, it makes sense to go Bubble Beam a second time. So very nice bait, you dickhead. And now he comes in back in with the Talonflame, and I build up to the return. I think he's going to shield, even though this is double debuffed. I was pretty sure he's going to shield, right? But he doesn't. Massive cojones on the Pika Libre dressed guy over there. I'm going to let this come through. This Flame Charge will take me out. Not worth a shield there. Now coming to the Bastiodon, and it's a Whiz Cash in the back. Oh, no. Alrighty then. I highly expect this to be a Blizzard, and I think the smart play was to shield the Blizzard. At least one of the Blizzards. Because if I don't start shielding, yeah, and I went for the Mirror Coat because he's got 2 shields. I figured he's going to shield something. But no, he doesn't shield that, which is very bad for me. We are doing neutral damage with everything, so that's a thing. This is going to be another Blizzard, most likely, and I definitely should have shielded it, even though there's a Talonflame in the back. The reason I should have shielded it is because now he can probably just go for a Mud Bomb bait to get my shield, and that's going to be bad. I'm going to have to shield one anyway. You might as well shield the one that does the most damage. He shields the return, which is very bad for me, because that would do way more damage than that Mirror Coat did. Well, not way more, but it would do more. It would do more, so I'm coming to... Yeah, I figured he's going to bait there, and I actually get to the Mirror Coat, which doesn't matter. Yeah, this Whiz Catch is going to just destroy me. So I come in with the Bastiodon. He still has a shield, and he has almost 2 Mud Bombs. Mud Bomb is going to hit for double super effective here. So this one's... There's no coming out of this. There's no coming out of this. I am absolutely boned. He's just going to shield, go for 2 Mud Bombs, and that's going to be the end of the game. So let's sit here and watch in silence. If I remember to, maybe play the Taps song. R.I.P. Bastiodon, R.I.P. Wobbuffet, F in the chat. It's a damn shame. Okie dokie then. This one. This guy's running a very interesting team here. Highly respect one of these Pokemon that he's running. I have also tried this Pokemon a couple times, and... haven't found that it's very good, but that's okay. Has a lot of weaknesses and has a very specific mode of attack, which is not great. Only has one typing of charge move. So pick up a positive lead up against the Skarmory. They come in with an Umbreon, and I start lagging very good here. And this time I actually stay in, because I don't have a good response to Umbreon here. In fact, most likely my best response is Bastiodon. So I'm actually going to stay in, and one of the other reasons I'm going to do this is so our switch timers are off kilter, because I'm going to switch into my, I think my Wobbuffet, and then I highly expect him to come back in with the Skarmory when his switch timer is up, which means I can actually lock my Bastiodon up against his Skarmory for about 30 seconds, maybe 35 seconds. So I come in with the Wobbuffet here, and again, taking super effective damage, but who cares? It's Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet can deal with this stupid thing. So going for the return, he does a very nice catch onto his Skarmory, as predicted here. That's fine, this is what I would be throwing anyway. They're both resisted, and return just does more. We are doing neutral damage with the counters, but it looks like it's actually healing the Skarmory, so that's unfortunate. So he's just, yeah, this is fine. I'm going to let all this come through, and then as soon as my switch timer is up, I'm going to go back into my Bastiodon to lock my Bastiodon in up against this stupid metal bird. So, going for the next return, and switching into the Bastiodon here, and there you go. So now I've got the Skarmory locked in here, up against my Bastiodon. I'm not locked in here with you, Skarmory. You're locked in here with me! So, Brave Bird, very smart play. That gives me less farm, but he's probably still going to switch out. And there it is. He switches into an Aerodactyl. Shadow Aerodactyl. I've got a butt ton of energy. So, I'm going to be throwing this Stone Edge. This would definitely take out a Shadow Aerodactyl. That thing is glassy as all hell. And now I'm going for the next Stone Edge, and it is a CMP tie, and I'm not going to shield this. You know, who cares? Bastion, go ahead. Get out of here. Alright, so now we're going to come in with the Sableye and farm down. It does take Shadow Aerodactyl quite a long time to get to charge moves, but look at the rock throw damage. That is not a joke. So I expect the Skarmory to come back in, but oh no, Umbreon. Forgot there was an Umbreon. So I'm just going to double shield the Sableye here. Most likely I'll go into my Wobbuffet at some point, maybe trying to catch a foul play. I'm going to bait the foul play here, mainly because I think he knows that his Umbreon has the most play up against my team, so he's probably going to want to keep it alive. I try to catch on the Wobbuffet, but instead I catch Skarmory's hand, which is actually fine. It doesn't really matter. This makes the Skarmory dump its energy so they don't go down, and hopefully this takes me out, and it doesn't, unfortunately, and I stopped attacking there, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I didn't. I wanted some farm on my Sableye, and this is fine. I'll just shield one foul play and then go for the return, and that is going to be the end of the game. GG's. Very interesting Pokemon you're running there, that Shadow Aerodactyl. Not an easy one to use, I will say that. Unless you're seeing a lot of Talonflames, not the greatest one to use. Alright. So, able to go 3-2 in the first set. Actually, I think I went 4-1 in the first set, but those battles didn't record. Whatever, I don't know. But either way, that set I went 3-2. I think one of those battles didn't record as well, so I probably only showed you 4. Alright, so this next one is against a guy using a Charmer, which I love to see. So we pick up a very positive lead, doing super effective damage and resisting everything. He comes in with a Blastoise. So I'm going to shield up the Hydro Cannon as it would be doing massive damage, even though I think Blastoise is basically like the water-type Meganium. You know what I mean? It's tanky, and it has the Community Day move. It's just a water-type Meganium. That's the way I look at it. So I build up to the return and bait the Foul Play. Now I'm just going to go straight Foul Play. I will probably double shield here because he's going to get to another Hydro Cannon and this Foul Play doesn't KO. Mainly just because I want to retain Switch. So yeah, gonna shield this up and then farm it down. And so I did have to spend both shields, but like I said, Sableye needs more shields than any of my other Pokemon. Definitely one, I don't know, maybe I didn't have to go for Switch there, but I feel like it was a good idea. So, going for the Foul Play as I won't get to a return, and now I come back in with the Bastiodon. He switches into a Machamp, and here we go. Now we get to see Wobbuffet's full potential up against a Machamp. This is where you want to see the Machamp up against your Wobbuffet. Even if it's got Ice Punch, this is fine. And I did this once before I had it powered up. It's still not level 51, by the way. I think it's like level 47, maybe 48. But either way, I land a return, and now I don't have shields, but I don't need shields. Wobbuffet is like the 5th, 6th, and 7th shield. So these Ice Punches are doing basically nothing, and we're both doing resisted with the counters. And my Mirror Coat actually still hits for neutral because of the Psychic and Fighting typing, Psychic resisting, and then Fighting taking super effective. So I bait here because I figured, you know, he knows that I have a Bastiodon. He's going to want to keep the Machamp alive, and I do get the shield, and I still will be able to tank, I think, 2 Ice Punches? Maybe just 1 plus the counters. Let's see. This one's definitely not going to KO. I know that. He actually goes for the Psychic, maybe hoping for the debuff. And I had the return, and I threw the Mirror Coat. I don't know why I did that. I think I just didn't realize I had enough for a return. So that actually makes this a bit tougher, because he's... Oh, it could have farmed me down there, but he didn't want to risk it. So he's going to throw the Ice Punch here that's going to be taking me out. And now I come in with the Bastiodon, and since the Machamp is low enough, I'm able to smack it down. And now it's just that Ninetales left, and this Ninetales has no chance. And there it is. Able to win against the stupid Charmer. This one has a crying emoji in the title of it. So, apparently I was pretty sad after this one. Probably got hard countered, to be honest. I mean, I know what... I'm not going to spoil it. We'll see. We'll see what happened. Picking up a very positive lead. How am I going to fuck this up? Screw this up. Alright, so they come in with an Azumarill, and I have no good response to Azumarill. I think my best response is Wobbuffet. So we're going to come in with the Wobbuffet, and I want him to throw both charge moves here. So he goes for the Ice Beam first, which is kind of weird. I guess maybe he didn't know how tanky Wobbuffet is and is trying to bait, but Wobbuffet's not going to shield even if it's a Hydro Pump, unless I absolutely have to. So this is going to be a Play Rough, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, it's a Play Rough. So now he's revealed to me that he does not have Hydro Pump, which means I can come back in with the Bastiodon after I go down here. So, big mistake on the opponent's end. Could have just gone straight Play Rough and like made me think that, oh no, he's got Hydro Pump, so I can't come in with a Bastiodon. But now that I know he's got Play Rough and Ice Beam, which are both resisted by Bastiodon, I'm just gonna, you know, come back in with the Bastiodon, farm this thing down. Alright, so he does throw before I get to the Mirror Coat, and this is going to be taking me out, whatever it is, probably an Ice Beam. And now I come in with the Bastiodon. Like I said, I'm going to resist all the charge moves, and I'm only taking super effective from the bubbles, which, not a big deal, you know what I mean? Bastiodon is a thick wall. So, going to let this come through, doesn't matter what it is, it's all resisted, I already know that. And now we farm it all the way down, and we got to see what's in the back. It is a Galarian Stunfisk. So we go for the Flamethrower first, and then we switch into the Sableye. Flamethrower doesn't do that much. And now it doesn't really matter. This is over, right? I actually need the Sableye to be alive in order to take out the Galarian Stunfisk. I go for the return, and I land it, which actually kind of makes this worse. Because if I would have just like let him take me out and have a full health Ninetales locked in against the Bastiodon, I could have farmed the Ninetales all the way down and had 2 flamethrowers to throw at the Stunfisk, but either way, he had 2 shields, so that one was over. Didn't even bother shielding there. Doesn't really matter. Alright, this one is against a Bastiodon, a Machamp, and an Azumarill. So I'm going up against pretty meta teams in all these battles here. So it is a good test to see if Wobbuffet is viable. I know it's got it's ranked decently high on PvPoke's list of the Open Great League. So you pick up a lead against a Bastiodon, probably one of the most annoying matchups in the world. He is able to prevent a fast move, which I don't know how he did that. Maybe just by having a better ping than me. Because you saw where I tapped the flamethrower then, right at the first turn of his smackdown, but he still snuck one in. So thanks for that, Niantic. Your game is fucking broken. Why do I keep saying the F word? Sorry. Alright, so, and as you see here, the IVs of Bastiodon really do matter. I'm in the yellow, he's still in the green. I'm going to switch into my Sableye now. The reason I'm doing this is because he is low enough that I should be able to take him out with 1 shield. I'll have to shield the Stone Edge. I'm going to throw this Foul Play right before he gets to the Stone Edge. I think that was actually a CMP tie that I forced there. I'm definitely going to be shielding this up. That Foul Play wouldn't have KO'd, so I'm kind of surprised he shielded that, but that's okay. Now I'm going to be farming up a bunch of energy because it takes him 7 smackdowns to get to a charge move. He does an amazing sack onto his Azom Bombaril, so Azom Bombaril is going to resist that Foul Play because of the Fairy typing. Now I go for the return here. This is going to hit for quite a bit of neutral damage, actually like a lot. This actually hurts Azumarill quite a bit. So I land it. Now I switch into the Wobbuffet. So this is going to be another test to see how good Wobbuffet is. He's going for the play rough there. And I'm assuming this is a best, or I'm assuming this is an XL Azumarill, as it has the Best Buddy ribbon, and the guy I'm going up against has the Legend post from last season. So, you know, it's a pretty hard tell that it's probably an XL Azu. So either way, I'm going to let this come through. Doesn't really matter what it is. He's only able to get to an Ice Beam, and I farm down with the resisted counters. He comes back in with the Bastiodon, which is insanely surprising to me. I can survive this Stone Edge, no big deal, and be Delio. Stone Edge comes through, and I counter him. Oh, almost counter down, and he comes in with a Machamp, and this is where you're going to see the power of Wobbuffet. Even though I'm very low on health. Oh, never mind, I have a Sableye. Well, okay, I guess I'll shield this and go for the next Foul Play. He's going to be forced to throw an Ice Punch, because I will get to this Foul Play before... Okay, actually, yeah, he's not at an Ice Punch, but either way, this will get the last shield. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Bastiodon is going to take this Machamp out, because Wobbuffet's going to go down to an Ice Punch plus some counters. So coming back in with the Bastiodon, I have a Flamethrower loaded. This is going to be doing quite a bit of neutral damage. No, not that much. Machamp's thick. Bastiodon's also very glassy. Glassy. But yeah, Bastiodon's the glassiest Pokemon in the game. It is the biggest glass cannon. There goes for the Ice Punch, and that doesn't matter. And then he comes back in with his own Bastiodon, and I smack him down. So, able to take that win. I think that was a pretty good one. These battles take a long time, though. I will say that. These battles took a long time. So, this one is called... No, I'm not going to say the I'm not going to say the title of this one. This is a good one, though. It's a real good one. Going up against Fabled 790. Sorry, I don't really read the names as much as I used to. Okay, picking up a... This is... I don't know. It's pretty good, but also it doesn't really matter. Power Whip does hit for neutral here. I am able to sneak a Smackdown in, which is very good. We're going to tank 2 Power Whips, go for the Flamethrower, because it takes me that long to get to a Flamethrower. And the Flamethrower does hit for double super effective, so I definitely expect him to shield this. And then after I get the shield, because I don't have to shield these Power Whips, I'm going to switch into my Sableye. Maybe? Do I switch into the Sableye? Yeah, switch into the Sableye, because I want to line the Wobbuffet up with the Ferrothorn later. He is staying in, probably to go for another Power Whip, but that enables me to land a Foul Play on him. But he does, I mean, that doesn't KO, so Ferrothorn's pretty bulky. So I'm going to shield up this Power Whip, and I should be able to farm it down if he stays in. 2, 3... Yeah, I guess he didn't realize he was going to go down there, so he threw that 4th Bullet Seed, which would have got him to the Power Whip. Oh no, his team's very weak to Sableye. Okay, he comes in with a Jellicent, which is a horrible response to Sableye. I'm doing super effective damage with the Shadow Claws and the Foul Play. I'm going to throw the next Foul Play, because if he wants to, like, throw a Bubble Beam at me, I want to get the Foul Play off before that happens. Now I come in with the Wobbuffet, which Wobbuffet loses very, very hard to Jellicent, because everything is resisted other than Mirror Coat. counter and return are both double resisted, and he quits out because he knows that matchup would have taken a very, very long time if he decided to play that one out. So GG. I really want to know what he had in the back, though. Really want to know what he had in the back. What could it have been? Let me know in the comments what you think it is. He came in to my Sableye with his Jellicent, so... Hypno? I don't know. Either way, picking up a very negative lead here up against the Medicham. We're going to be switching into the Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet and Sableye both beat Medicham. He does come in with a Mandibuzz, which is a lot worse than Umbreon, because the counters are only hitting for neutral here because of that flying and dark typing. We're going to be farming up, throwing 3 counters, and then throwing the return, because he only will be able to get 2 Snarls in as I throw my 3rd counter. Although sometimes they sneak some moves in, so you got to be careful. Alright, going for the next return. They are farming up to at least 4 buckets, maybe 5.5 buckets of energy there. So going for the return, that does a bit of damage there. The unfortunate thing about getting damage off here is that's less farm that my Bastiodon gets. So they're going for the foul play, and now they're going to be probably over-farming quite a bit because they know it takes me a long time to get to charge moves. I was going to throw the Mirror Coat, even though it's double resisted, just to encourage him to shield, but he does throw the foul play. That takes me out. Now I come in with the Bastiodon doing super effective damage. I sneak a Smackdown through, which is very good. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter. This is fine. I'm going to farm it down, and that Medichamp's definitely going to be coming back in, so I'm going to switch right away into my Sableye, and there's a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. Okay, so my Bastiodon has 0 play up against this guy's team. It's going to absolutely get deleted by both these Pokemon, so I am double shielding, and fortunately for me, he actually goes for the Earthquake. That makes things a lot easier. If he would have baited me with the Rock Slide, he probably could have baited me twice, because my Sableye is my win con here, and I need to keep it alive. So I'm going for the next foul play. This is going to be taking out this stupid Bear Trap if he decides not to shield, but it will shield it, guaranteed, because he has to. If he doesn't want the Medicham to get lined up with the Sableye. I have another foul play already. He is building up to another Earthquake, and yeah, I'm just going to shield it. If this is a Rock Slide, it's not, but if it was, that would make things a bit tougher. So I'm going to be farming up and trying to... Oh, he just goes for the Rock Slide. Okay, makes sense because he's not going to get to an Earthquake. This is fine. I'm still alive, and he comes in with the Medicham. I'm not going to be able to get to the return. I only get to 1 charge move here, but I won't be able to get to the return, so I'm going for the foul play. I come back in with the Bastiodon here, and this is going to be close because I'm taking double super effective damage here from the counters. If he has Power Punch, then I think I lose. It's a Psychic. Okay, so he's probably running Psychic and Ice Punch, so this is pretty good. Going for the Flamethrower, this does hit for neutral, so that's going to be doing a little bit. Smackdowns are adding up, even though they're resisted. He goes for the... Oh, could have farmed... Actually, I don't think he... No, he could have farmed down there, but decides to throw, and I have 1 Shadow Claw to take him out, and unfortunately, his Galarian Stunfisk was still alive in the back with 1 HP. Very close match. GG to my opponent, picking up my stupid Regirock that took a bajillion Pokeballs to catch, heading on up to number 1 on the leaderboard. Once again, I think this battle here... I think this one's my favorite. These next 2 are the bonus battles. So you stuck around to the end. Bonus battle starting at 33 minutes. Jesus, this video is going to be long. Okay, going up against Yokohama. Isn't that like a tire company? All right, picking up a very neutral matchup here. Very neutral, but this is usually positive for Bastiodon unless they're running Bubble Beam. If they're running Bubble Beam, I've been in the situation with Jellicent against the Bastiodon with Bubble Beam before, and it's actually very, very annoying to be the Bastiodon in that scenario. Because you keep getting debuffed, and you'll get debuffed before you get to your charge move, so your charge moves always do less. So I go for the Stone Edge then, and then he actually gives up switch into a Ferrothorn, so I'm going to go for the Flamethrower before switching out into my Wobbuffet, because this is almost a guaranteed shield, because it's double super effective. So I get the shield, now I come in with the Wobbuffet, and we get to see how Wobbuffet does up against a Steel type. So he's over farming like crazy, which is fine, because it does take me a long time to get to these charge moves. Goes for the Power Whip, that does... not much. So we're just gonna nothing. We're shielding nothing. Okay, it's Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet doesn't shield. Okay, if you ever run Wobbuffet, you don't shield it. You literally don't unless it's your win con. So going for the return as it does more damage. They are both resisted here. So gonna let this come through, and then I'm just gonna go for the Mirror Coat as soon as I get to it. But he might throw another thing. Oh, I'm counting. Okay, I remember this. I was actually counting his Bullet Seeds. It takes 4 to get to a Power Whip, so I'm throwing right before his 4th. And unfortunately, that doesn't take him out, but he overtaps. He could have thrown the Power Whip there, but instead he overtapped. Now he comes back in with the Jellicent, and he's not even able to farm down with these super effective Hexes. I get to this Mirror Coat. This will probably take him out, so I get the last shield. Now I come in with the Sableye here and just shield whatever. Even if it goes for Bubble Beam, I don't really care. Gonna shield it. Could have gone for the Flex, I think. Could have gone for the Flex because I do survive a Shadow Ball, but decided to farm it down and have a full health Sableye. So it's actually a good thing I shielded that because I'm gonna need the health. This is a Scrafty that just went straight Power Punch. So to this trainer, you always bait the foul play here. You always do, because it's Power Punch. No one's going to shield that. It's resisted. It doesn't do much, you know. So I'm going to go for the return. That does a lot of damage. And now I can just go for a foul play before he gets to his foul play. I think. Maybe he was over farming there. It doesn't really matter. This foul play is double resisted, but it will be taking him out. And yeah, that's a pretty hard win for Sableye there. So last battle. This is the last battle, the second bonus battle. As you see here, Wobbuffet, it definitely has play. It's not like the greatest Pokemon, but if you need a Pokemon to tank a bunch of damage, Wobbuffet is your guy. Wobbuffet is definitely your guy. All right, picking up a negative lead. We're going to be switching into the Sableye, hoping to line up my Wobbuffet with this Galarian Stunfisk later. I'm going to throw my Foul Play as he gets to his Earthquake because I win the CMP tie. And he decides not to shield, which is fine. And literally, I'm going to shield this. Literally every Galarian Stunfisk I went up against, besides this guy, went straight Earthquake. So he does a very nice bait and gets my shield with the Rock Slide. I overtap because of the stuttering, because the game is freaking broken. One for the return here, and I actually get a shield, surprisingly. I mean, I don't know. It makes sense if he wants to keep the Azumarill healthy. He's over farming, so I'm just going to throw the Foul Play because I'm not going to get to another return before he throws a charge move, which may have been a mistake. I actually come in and catch on my Bastiodon, hopefully a Play Rough, most likely a Play Rough. And now this is, yeah, this is, oof. So we're going to no-shield this. This is, hopefully a Hydro Pump, but it's not. It's a Play Rough. That's unfortunate. The reason I wanted it to be a Hydro Pump is because Galarian Stunfisk will get less farm if I have less health. But they're definitely going to have to throw here, but they will be able to farm up to 100 energy. Yeah, if they shield, so he's definitely going to shield that. These Smackdowns are double resisted because of the Steel and Ground typing, so we're going to no-shield this. Hopefully it's an Earthquake. It is an Earthquake, and now we come in with the Wobbuffet right away because he's still locked in here. And this is fine. This is still going to be a bit close, though. So I think I attempt to farm down. Earthquake coming through. And do I throw? No. Okay, I try to farm down. And this is, I think, another Rock Slide, right? Yeah, he is not able to get to an Earthquake. And I'm taking him, I take him out. And he comes back in with a Pokemon. It is a Hypno. Okie dokie then. So we're going to go for this return. And we've seen before how much damage Wobbuffet can take. So we're going to switch into the Sableye now and hopefully get ahead on energy. We are actually able to get ahead, which means I can throw this return before they get to an Ice Beam or a Play Rough. This is going to be taking out the Azumarill, and I think the Hypno is going to be forced to throw. Oh, actually, yeah, he's going to farm down. Those Confusions were double resisted there, but I'm able to come in with a Wobbuffet, and like I said, it's going to be close. I have to go for the return. Mirror Coat is definitely not going to do it, as it is resisted. I shield up whatever this is. It is a Shadow Ball, fortunately, but he is going to get to a second one very soon. But I'm able to get to the return before it gets to the next Shadow Ball. I think Shadow Ball still wouldn't have KO'd there, even from a Shadow Hypno. Could be wrong about that, but either way, able to take that win. Wobbuffet is pretty tanky. I mean, very tanky. Plus, it has, like, I know it's got Mirror Coat, which sucks, but it has Counter and Return. And as a Psychic type, any Psychic type that has Counter, Defense Deoxys, makes a very good safe switch. So if you're using Wobbuffet on your team to bait out their best Psychic type counter, or to bait out their best, you know, bait out any Dark types or Ghost types, that kind of thing, Wobbuffet's definitely your guy. Although, if they come out with a Jellicent, that's probably the worst Pokemon you can see with Wobbuffet. Counter and Return are both double resisted. Mirror Coat barely does anything. And they can just farm up to 100 energy before taking you out. But either way, honestly, Wobbuffet looks pretty good. And I know I've done videos on him before, but I wanted to like give him another shot because I didn't get much use out of him the first time. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I would appreciate it if you leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, as long as you enjoy the content. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Take it easy. Shout out to to my patrons: Billy Bravebird, Running Froggy, The North Star, Doug J. Dempsey, Ryan Borowski, Cleric, Dave Adamson, DJ Mimsy, Clapton Caveman, King Edward, NZ Tech Freak, Austin Gustovic, Darkstone, Moach, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Mitsukuta, Kit Kulek, Edward O'Neill, Senor Stacks, Grizzinator, Winter Fang, Infamous One, Lord of the Azam Bombril, Daniel Timms, Ray Rafik, Raven Seidel, Trey, and Ankle Weights.